Planning and Development Committee meeting for December 9, 2024. Councilor Andrews.
Here.
Walden.
Here.
Wolverton.
Here.
Sims.
Here.
Nelms.
Here.
All here.
All right, I'll begin with a motion to dispense the reading and approve the minutes from December 2nd.
So move. Second.
All right, Councilor Sims, second from Councilor Gwaltney. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, that passes 5-0. All right, old business 17-11-24, public hearing set for December 16th at 6 for consideration of an amended development plan for 169 West Oxmoor, centered on the proposed renovation of an existing two-story office building as the site for a planned mixed-use development. Said amendment proposing to further refine and modify some of the approved uses as a means to allow the owner greater flexibility in securing viable tenants, as well as removing a previously approved restaurant and related outdoor dining porch, relocating an approved driveway entrance exit off Oxmoor Road to an alternate on-site location. This is the West Homewood District. The applicant is under Vulcan, owner under Vulcan, and the Planning Commission heard this. We had a vote of 9-0 for a favorable recommendation. Mr. Smith. Hi. Hi. Want to speak? Yeah. Come on up. Do we have any? Yep. There we go. Okay. All right.
Are you installing grass?
What? Vegetation?
Wow.
Can we redefine?
Nice.
I'm just thankful that I decided to install without crossbars.
I know. Seriously.
I didn't know
Wise
that.
decision. Drag your butt up here.
Do you want me to summarize kind of
Yes,
what we?
please, because I don't think I've heard it, but no.
Yeah, so this was, y'all heard this mixed-use redevelopment plan over a year ago. This is a slight modification of that plan. The previous version, if you see this left tenant that's pink, that was a little larger. It was specific to, this is my mistake at the time, I had a specific approval, even though WHD is a mixed-use district. The specific approval was for a restaurant, a salon, retail, and office. The restaurant basically just didn't work out from a budgeting perspective, and so in reorganizing the project from a finance perspective, I needed greater flexibility for tenant structure, and I found out once we had the proposed tenant, which is a physical therapist that signed the lease for the space, that a physical therapist is neither restaurant, salon, retail, or office. It is medical office, which is another viable service business within WHD, but not specifically approved. And so what all this comes down to is essentially widening the tenant structure availability in this plan so that I have flexibility to have tenants within the style of services already defined in WHD. The other stuff is more, here's other things we're like making some changes to, so we went ahead and brought them forward as well as a piece of the change. One of those is changing the primary egress on this left side to go from what was a shared building between this lot and the other lot that I also own, so that it just is just serving this lot. That other lot still has ingress egress on the opposite side of the building, doesn't affect anything over there, just prevents it from being a shared drive, because without the large porch, we had like a, I don't remember how big, 1,500 square foot outdoor porch that's now more of kind of a green area sidewalk, just not necessary to be a $250,000 porch. And so with a little saved space, that allows us to exit here, and this is constrained basically by an inlet here and a power pole here or something, but keeps everything on the same lot. There were no other real major changes. Gail, can you remember any?
No.
There's a little bit of verbiage in the cover letter, I guess, about signage, basically seeking, I don't know, basically saying that we were going to propose things that were within the WHD sign code to be able to just get a permit based on what's allowable for this style of building as defined by WHD. I think that's the major stuff.
So Brian, the parking is going to turn into...
Yes, it is angled street parking, as required by WHD. And so you have to, if you're going towards the park from the entrance to that part of West Homewood, you got to bust a UE to get in there. These two lanes, though, you can kind of turn through. You can do a loop through there. But yeah, if you're going to park there, that's the other thing that we did. There is a specific note in the application and cover letter. This right of way was vacated in 1992. So these are street side spots, but they have the right to be essentially signed and private. They're private to the facility, and so it can say for tenants of whatever. But that's noted in that cover letter as well. But yeah, so it is street side, but it's dedicated to the site.
It's private parking.
That's right, private parking, but accessible in a manner consistent with WHD requirements, which is bizarre.
Any questions? Anybody? All right, and this is set up for a public hearing on December 16th. So if no questions.
Okay,
No.
I'll make a motion to sit out for public hearing on the 16th.
All right. So send out that recommendation in
Yes.
public hearing from Councilor Nelm, second from Councilor Gwaltney. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that passes 5-0. We'll see you December 16th. Thank you. I know
Thanks.
it's been waiting for a while for
I'd
this.
like to be Smith.
Probably sorry.
And without,
Sorry, being the
I
last
wish
guy.
it was Smith.
well,
Aren't you
No,
glad
no.
you're the last guy to go? That's CR.
Here it is, look,
CR.
there, it's written right there.
Oh,
I-
without
I'm
objection, we
sorry.
are adjourned.